Hey, I'm Randy, and you're watching The Cheap Audio Man. Here at The Cheap Audio Man, we talk about high-value hi-fi home theater and headphone equipment. And today, we have a special guest. This could be the best product you could buy your kids for Christmas. So sit down, grab a cup of coffee, and let's talk about this product I'm not going to mention until later. We're talking about... What are we talking about?
Headphones.
Headphones. Specifically, you got to look in the camera. It's all right. Specifically, gaming headphones. And the reason why I have my son here is because, guess what? I don't game very much. I do, kind of. We used to play Call of Duty, right?
A little bit.
So we used to play, we would fight each other on Call of Duty, and then he would win so often that I would get upset about it, and then I wouldn't play. His mother had no idea about Modern Warfare, and I was like, yeah, come on. So anyway, he's a gamer. So we're talking today about the Epos H3X is from drop.com. Have you ever heard of them? Yeah, they put out a bunch of cool stuff, like the Sennheiser HD6XX. What they do is they take a headphone, and then they put their spin on it, and then they sell it cheaper, which is a pretty cool thing. H3X. They come in at a whopping $79. We don't want it to... Move your head towards my head, so... This is their new frequency response, and it drops the bass a little bit and drops the treble. Are gamers like nice people?
No, no one's nice. It used to be worse, but it's still not nice.
It used to be worse?
Yeah.
These are built entirely out of what? Here, you hold them.
Plastic.
All right, so they're entirely made out of plastic, and at $79, what can we really expect? It's going to be made out of plastic. But just about every headphone's made out of plastic, including like $400 Beats and stuff like that. So as far as the build quality goes, I would say it's on par with pretty much all the other plastic headphones out there. So plastic here, plastic microphone here, plastic. It's got a little metal band here. And then the cushion right up here is kind of rough, but it's soft on the bottom, which is really nice. However, the ear pads, look at this guy. What are you, about 5'3"?
No, something like that.
No, he's like 6'3", and he's got a big head. So
and really large ears.
Big ears. So put them on. So how do they fit your head?
Pretty well. If you have a watermelon for a head, these would work for you.
Yeah, like Stewie Griffin. They have a big range because my 5-year-old wore them, and my 20. How old are you?
21.
Why are you still living in the house? We're gonna put like a heart ceiling about 24. You cool with that?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Maybe 26. On this side, we have a volume wheel, which I guess, is that like common with gaming headphones?
I would say so.
So what games did you play with this?
I played The Witcher 3.
Witcher 3?
Is
that Netflix show where Superman has got like long blonde hair?
Yes, but that's awful.
Oh, so you've heard it here first, The Witcher on Netflix.
It's an insult to the games and the books.
Okay. I appreciate that. I tried to watch it. It's horrible. But you also like Game of Thrones, right?
Yes, I enjoyed that.
I don't know how any adult that has children could ever watch Game of Thrones because there's 75 characters. I couldn't keep up with all of them. I fell asleep. You would talk about like what, Khaleesi and who are...
There's a lot of people.
Name 3.
I can't anymore.
Come on, man. Khaleesi, she's the dragon lady. What about the Bannisters? Is that them?
Yeah, there's the Bannister.
Isn't that their last name?
Lannister.
Oh, Lannister. Who's the guy, the main dude? Jon Snow?
Yeah, kind of.
Even I know Jon. He's not the main guy?
There's a lot of...
That's why I don't watch that show. Okay, sorry. I'm getting distracted. So which games did you play?
Played The Witcher 3, Isonzo, which is a World War I shooter.
Okay.
And I played...
What kind of weapons do you get in that?
Mostly bolt actions.
Like plasma rifles? All right, Witcher 3. What is important when you're playing Witcher 3?
Really, The Witcher 3 for me is all about the atmosphere.
Like, are people coming at you from like different angles trying to kill you?
Yes.
Okay.
But a lot of it is about the nature around you and the general atmosphere.
Oh, okay. So like crickets.
Yeah. So they have like nice.
Is there crickets in the game?
There's noises, and the soundtrack is fantastic.
Oh, okay, cool. Like they have music.
Yes.
Oh.
It's all like
symphonic, rock and roll. What is it?
Slavic folk music.
Slavic folk music. How was the Slavic folk music through the...
It was excellent.
Oh, cool.
It's very good.
All right. Okay, then what was the other one you played? The
It's
World War.
Sanzo.
Oh, Sanzo. Okay. Is that Italian?
Yes, it's about the Italian front.
Ah, there you go. Italian front. All right. So that obviously people are trying to shoot you.
Yes.
Okay.
And there's lots of explosions.
Okay. Now, directionally, like, do you know what's going on, where it's going on when you're wearing these?
I get enough information. It's not as good as it could be.
Okay. Compared to what? Like, what do you usually wear?
I wear...
Okay, first of all, let's pause this. Tristan is a beneficiary of the Cheap Audio Man channel. So how many sets of headphones have you got to try since I started the channel?
Too many to count.
Okay. That's a lot.
I struggle with the names.
Okay. But which one, like, what's your daily driver?
But I daily a pair of Hi-Fi Man Edition XS.
What do you think of those?
They're my favorite thing ever.
Yeah? For music and gaming?
Yes. I use them for everything.
Do you have them plugged into a headphone amp?
Yes.
Okay. So that's another important thing. Like, these don't need, like, any power at all. I mean, if you hook them up to an amplifier, they do sound a little bit better. I was listening to these straight out of my MacBook Air, and then I added the Dragonfly Red from AudioQuest, which he actually has. You have a Dragonfly Red too?
No, I gave it back to you.
Apparently I have 2 Dragonfly Reds floating around because AudioQuest sent me another one. Point being is you don't need like external power for these. If you do, they're probably going to sound a little bit better with a better external DAC too. With the Dragonfly Red, it cleaned these up a bit. There's a little bit better instrument separation.
Yeah, I ran it through the port on my PC case, not even directly off my motherboard, so they don't require much at all.
Don't need a lot of juice. Let's talk about how they sound. So what music did you listen to?
I listened to some John Prine, I listened to Pink Floyd, and I listened to a little bit of Alice in Chains.
Oh, very nice. Who's John Prine?
Yes, country music.
Oh.
He's a very nice voice.
I can't win them all with my kids.
You can respectfully disagree.
That's right. Actually, what was the song you introduced me to that was really good?
Willie Nelson's song. It was Can I Sleep in Your Arms?
Can I Sleep in Your Arms? Yeah, so I'd never heard that song until he turned me on to it. And quite frankly, it was a wonderful song.
It's a wonderful song. That's
it, though. That's about as much country as you're going to get out of me. This is the ear pad. Obviously, you can see right through it. So it comes with a plastic attachment. The good news is this is a hybrid ear pad, so it's softy right here, and then probably protein leather around the sides. I wasn't immediately like wanting to have a different sound signature. The sound signature to me, a bit V-curved, a little bit of emphasis on the bass and the treble. Intergalactic by the Beastie Boys was full, extended. Killing Strangers by Marilyn Manson was also very punchy. Male vocals sounded extremely clear. Female vocals, little bit spicy on top. A little bit of spice also, percussion, snare drums. But it wasn't like in that 2K range or even the 4K range, so it was further up. If you look at the frequency response, it shows you it pops probably around 7 to 8K, and that's what it kind of sounded like to me. So overall, the frequency response is quite nice. What did you think about how they sounded?
I thought they were very good for price point. I mean, obviously it's not going to beat a $500 pair of headphones from a reputable manufacturer, but
keyword reputable.
They were very good. Got good instrument separation on some more detailed Pink Floyd songs.
Like which one?
What was I was listening to Coming Back to Life.
Coming Back to Life?
I was listening to Coming Back to Life by Pink Floyd, and it was very good. Really hit the highs quite well.
Like which one's better? Like what does the Edition XS do better than these?
Honestly, everything, but I would expect them to.
Okay. Anything you didn't like about them?
Not really. I think they could be a little bit less tight in the ears.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the one thing. The volume, like, you get some big ears.
Yeah, I have large ears.
Yeah. I have medium-sized ears, and I was, like, wondering how I was going to tuck them in there, but
they weren't uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I wore them for a couple hours at a time, and they weren't ever uncomfortable.
I tested the microphone. I did a Zoom call with the resident expert of my patrons when it comes to gaming headsets. Microphone was great. I switched between the onboard mic on the Mac Air, and he told me the mic was a lot more baritone in my voice. So I've heard some gaming headsets, and it's all like mid-rangey, like no top end, no bottom end, but he told me they sounded good.
I would say baritone is good, especially if you're giving this to your kids, because nobody wants to listen to them squeak on Call of Duty.
Are gamers like nice people?
No, no one's nice. It used to be worse, but it's still not nice.
It used to be worse?
Yeah.
All right. So the microphone, not removable. I actually wish it was removable. And I know, listen, it's $79, so I can't really be getting upset about this. I wish it was removable because I actually love the sound of these for music. And my previous kind of like knock-around, close-back, plasticky headphones have been the AKG K361s. And I know this is heresy, but I actually prefer the sound signature on these to the 361s. I'm not like super up to speed on all the different gaming headsets out there, but I don't know how you can possibly go wrong with these.
No, I don't think you could either. They're much better than any of the gaming branded, like Turtle Beaches, anything like that I used when I was younger. These are better objectively.
And subjectively.
Yes.
At $79, I think this is a no-brainer. And if your kid's into gaming at all, I know, that's one thing we didn't talk about, the cords. So the cord that goes into the actual headphone is like this kind of truncated 2.5 millimeter type of connection. The reason I'm showing it to you is because I don't know if you're going to be able to get like any aftermarket stuff for this. It comes with two different cables though. One of which is this 3.5 millimeter TRSS cable. So it's going to pick up your mic and obviously the audio portion of it, 90 degrees. And then the other one is two 3.5. So I'm assuming you put one into the headphone jack and the other one into the mic jack, and then it's split right here. The cable is fabric covered, and a lot of times with a headphone that has a fabric covered headphone cable, you can get microphonics. So when you like rub it up against your shirt, you can hear it really well into like it's distracting too. Cool thing is this one, no microphonics that I could hear. Did you ever notice anything?
No, I never noticed that.
Okay, so two cables. All right, this one's probably a seven footer, maybe.
Probably.
Maybe.
Looks about that.
All right, this one's a little bit shorter, so this one's probably a 5 footer. The one with the TRSS cable. If I had one gripe about it, I wish the connection into the actual headphone was not as, I guess, proprietary. But I heard that Epos has something to do with Sennheiser. At one point, they were the same company, or this was the gaming headset for Sennheiser. If I'm wrong, put it in the comments. So it does not surprise me that there's a proprietary cable going into these, if they had anything to do with Sennheiser. Overall, I think this is, I think Drop knocked it out of the park with these at $79. And frankly, I wish there was one without a microphone. It doesn't matter. I mean, put it in the 12 o'clock position. Yeah. Highly recommended. I don't know if you're going to do much better at the price. Do you have anything to say? Any final thoughts?
Do you need a solid
All right, let's get really tied in on you. Hold on. Sorry, I'm messing with my son. So anyway, go on.
If you or your family needs a solid, not too expensive pair of headphones for gaming or just general listening, I highly recommend these. They punch way above their weight. Solid product.
Yeah, and you've got a lot of experience with headphones and gaming at this point, right?
Yes.
All right. Tristan, seal of approval. So, if you want to support the channel, you can sign up for Patreon, patreon.com/cheapaudioman. Every Sunday night we have Patreon-only Zooms, Patreon-only Discord, Patreon-only Facebook group. You can also use the links in the description. Those are affiliate links, which means if you click and you buy, I get a commission. But it doesn't cost you any more. So, and this guy eats a lot, so please buy through it. I'm just kidding. I don't know. There's a little button down by the share button. It's got a money sign on it. You can buy me a cup of coffee, but don't feel compelled to buy me anything. You can also sign up for Amazon Music, Tidal Music, or Rune for free. Try it out. Even if you cancel, I get a couple of bucks. So don't binge watch anything on Netflix or Hulu. Binge game, maybe through your new Epos H3Xs, and fill your soul with happiness. And with that, I'm Randy and
Tristan.
And fill your soul with happiness.